Back at it. U of A game. Let's get this stuff. I'm happy to be back. Happy to see you guys. Let's turn up tonight.
Number 7 UCLA hosting number 3 Arizona. For UCLA, 13-2. Jules Bernard will start at one guard. He's averaging 13 points a game. Johnny Juzang, the player of the week in the Pac-12, averaging well over his last 2 games, 25 and a half. That's why he's player of the week. For the season, 18.3, which is second in the conference.
Hey, leave it all out there tonight.
An electric atmosphere at Pauley Pavilion. Between the rings to Juzang, pushes, fires from 15 and he hits. Inside on Coloco, trying to burrow under him. Lefty scoop shot is good off the board. He holds it, knocked away by Peyton Watson at midcourt. Getting around Tubelis, up lays it in. Peyton Watson the breakaway. It's the Bruins by a dozen. Shakes and bakes, gets to the left elbow, pulls back, fires from 15. Nothing but net. Dump it off. Miles Johnson scores. Miles the monster. Another loose ball picked up by Arizona. Blocked by Peyton Watson. Out of bounds. Going into the first row. Tiger with the bounce pass dangerously to Hawkins. Back to Campbell. To Singleton. The 3 on the way. It rattles in. Crowd of 11,000 plus on their feet as the Bruins will dribble out the clock.
Today's a great day.
Are you kidding? They destroyed Arizona tonight.
Big play. Big play. Big play.
It's a slow build-up because I hear it, earlier in the game, and it's a little bit lower, and I'm like, oh no. And then it kind of comes in waves. I know the crowd is always behind my back, whether or not I play or not.
The interesting one this year was when we were on the road, and we want Russell chant. We were on the road. I think we were winning at Colorado, wherever we were at. And that one I thought was unbelievable. Like, we're on the road. How do they know his name? So it was great.
Growing up, being a shooter, defender goes under. At that point, it was just muscle memory. Shot went up, kind of unconscious, and I saw it go in, and the rest is history, I guess.
You need those moments. They're good for your morale, for your team. You need those kind of feel-good moments.
My teammates are the best, so they came to celebrate with me, and all that joy and happiness. I could hear the crowd and just went with the flow.
He's the best. Didn't surprise me he made that big shot late in that game.
My name is Miles Johnson. I play basketball here at UCLA, and my major is electrical computer engineering. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. As a kid, I've always liked to tinker with things, and STEM has always just been a very important subject matter for me.
He's a role model for students who want to get engaged in STEM and engineering. He's a very attentive, calm and confident person, and just extraordinary young man that is able to do it all.
He's such a good guy, caring. He's kind of like a gentle giant. We call him like a unicorn, where you just don't see it that much in our line of work.
I remember throughout high school, my mom would always say, you need to have a 2.0 to play. Like mine was 3.5. If I had under 3.5, I wasn't playing basketball.
Well, his world is completely different from what we do on a daily basis. So I can't even imagine what he does when he leaves here. It's beyond our comprehension.
In the summer, he emailed his professors to get his syllabus early. He did most of his work in August so he could focus on basketball, which is, who does that? So it just shows you, that where his maturity level is and his work ethic.
The thing I love about UCLA engineering in general is it's very collaborative, especially with Miles. If I run into any roadblocks, like there's nothing he hasn't seen. He's obviously, very helpful guy, very personable, and very helpful all around.
Guys like he and Russell, their time management is that of a high-level CEO executive, not of a college kid. That's trying to get it done at the last minute. These guys are unbelievable with that.
There's been very few other black students in many of my classes throughout high school, undergrad, and here even in graduate. Definitely just feel like there could be more of us, and it's something that, you know, I don't think is preached as highly. If a little more representation could go a long way.
Engineering is all about problem solving, and I've wholeheartedly supported this mindset from my day one at UCLA, getting students from underrepresented groups. It completely changes the dynamics and brings new value, more ideas into the problem solving that just results in a very productive work environment.
Miles seems to do things to help others. It seems like he's fit into this program and this team because he's not selfish. He's not looking for individual achievements. And I think Miles just wants to be a part of something special.
Outreach has always been important throughout my whole family. My mom and my dad, early on, we always used to do like community service. Remember my mom, she started at my high school, we used to hand out meals at Skid Row. And just basically giving back has always been an emphasis. You know, fortunate enough to have a lot of things in my life, and some people don't have that, and it's always like really nice to spread that. Yeah, the nonprofit I have is called Black Dev. It's basically geared to get more people into STEM, just gauge interest, create that spark. Basically, I created it over the summer of social injustice. My mom and me were sitting down, and she was just asking me, like, what is going to be my mark on society? Being an engineer, I figured this would be something I could do and gauge interest and just basically like promote it as much as I can and just get people interested in it.
I've watched quite a few of his games, and it's a joy to watch how he orchestrates the whole defense and brings a whole new energy and helps our team succeed.
Well, anytime you got a guy that's 6'11", and you know he blocks shots, and as you know, you've heard me talk about our deflection chart. So Miles leads us on the season. So the longer your arms are, the more you play, the better chance you got at deflecting the ball, be it a pass or a block shot. So length matters defensively. So he's made an impact on our program in a short period of time.
With basketball, all of our guys, we grind, we put in the time, and the same thing goes with engineering.
You have to study hard to do well in engineering. It's not really something that you just, you know, wake up and take the test and pass. So I definitely think the hard work mentality and actually like putting in the work and stuff definitely translate to both sports and academics.
In basketball, I could imagine what goes through players' minds when they need to be creative. They're down by a few points and they need to bring the best. Similar for engineering, you have a tough problem to solve and you need to be creative. Teamwork is dream work. And oftentimes I think that how much this world would be better if everybody models their day-to-day job after what athletes do. You come to compete every day to win. So if we all adopt that kind of a mindset into our regular day-to-day work, this world would be so much better place.
I want to say to the next generation, just believe in yourself, and like I knew what I was capable of, and I've gotten this far just doing it and had a blast doing it. So just never take no as an answer, and always push for what you believe you can do.
I think it just makes engineering so much better place to have students like him.
That is me, basketball engineer. You know, I just want to promote STEM as much as possible, and that's kind of everything I am.
Early Saturday night tip in Westwood, and the number 7 Bruins poised to make a jump even higher than that. They'll have to beat the always tough Stanford Cardinal in at 12-6, and fresh off an upset win down the road at USC. We are good to go from Pauley Pavilion, where the Bruins are 9-1 this season. Left-hand dribble at the top of the key, angles left, step back 17-footer coming good. Trying to get around Merle, and it goes to Bernard. Two-hand jam to Bernard. Flips his way to Kyman. Good again. Church music right there. Hello, Jake Kyman, welcome back. 15 points off the bench. On the floor, Tiger Campbell threads it to Bernard. He'll drive this time, good idea. Lay it in and get fouled. Thank you very much. 2 seconds, 1 second. Bruins win by 23.
We naturally build energy off of how we play on defense. If we're getting steals, turning the other team over, we get a lot of points in transition, and that sort of gets our offense going. So I think that's our secret weapon, and a lot of guys stepped up. Jake stepped up. You know, P.Y. always steps up. Dave, everybody's filling roles and doing their part for this team. I think that's what makes us a great team. We have a lot of talent. I know what I can do, and they know what I can do, and all together we all have crazy talent.